We have FIDE General Director Emil Sutovsky here with us during Jerusalem Grand Prix, and there are so many topics to discuss, but let's start from the first one, Jerusalem Grand Prix. We are here, and Emil, you are as an Israeli player, as a citizen of this country, what do you feel about it, about this event?
Well, it's great to have an event here in Jerusalem. Actually, Israel has quite a rich history in organizing top events, from Olympics 1964, 1976, and to the modern times when we held the several important events. But of course, Grand Prix is very special. It's an event with many top players. And for me, it's very pleasing that it takes place in Israel. But I review it more as in my current position of a general director of FIDE rather than a player. And of course, for us, it's important that this tournament will be held on a high level. And from the opening ceremony, I feel that it's organized smoothly.
You said at the opening ceremony that 12 players are still, let's say, trying to qualify for the two spots in the candidates tournament. What are you expecting from this event as a general director, as a spectator, as a player?
Well, I would say 12 players, they have theoretical chance, right? We have 3 players who are really very much in the contention. It's Maxim Vachier-Lagrave, Jan Nepomniachtchi, and Shahriar Mamedyar. Let's say I would believe that one of them would clinch along with Alexander Grishchuk, who almost secured his spot into the candidates. But once again, I would expect anyways it to be a great tournament. There is a lot of strong players. There is a lot of, let's say, good reasons to play well in this tournament, monetary, prestigious, and so on, rating. So I think it would be an exciting event. It's an end of a long year, but the very end would be 1 week afterwards in Moscow.
It's true. And also, what would you say about participation of Boris Gelfand, Israeli nominee?
Well, Boris Gelfand used to play in these tournaments not as a wild card, but as one of the best players in the world. I remind you, he was a vice world champion and so on. So for him, it's obviously more than just a chance to play big players, because he is a big player. So I think he has his ambitions here. He's got rather tough pairing in the first round. He's playing Jan Nepomniachtchi. But let's say I would not exclude any surprises in this regard.
Yeah, we have also other events happening now in the chess world, and one of them, of course, it's a Grand Prix in Monaco. So how is it going? What can you say about it?
Well, Monaco is a very important project for us as well. Women chess in general, we are changing the situation. We take it very seriously. As you know, we reshaped the entire system. We introduced candidates tournaments this year. Earlier this year it took place. Just in 3 weeks, the World Championship match, Women's World Championship match, will start in Shanghai, in China. We managed to secure very good funding, both for the match and for the entire qualification system. And Monaco is a great event. I think our ladies are very pleased with the level of organization. The event is under the patronage of Prince Albert. It takes place in Yacht Club of Monaco, one of the most prestigious places. And we have also managed to secure sponsorship, commercial sponsorship from big companies like Total, French oil companies. They signed an agreement and they will be sponsoring chess, not only this event but entire series, and also likely to be a sponsor of a special prizes in the World Rapid and Blitz, which starts at the end of December.
Another topic which I would like to discuss with you, it's decisions of WADA. If these kind of decisions will influence chess world or somehow have any, let's say, some impact.
Yes, of course they will influence in the long run the chess world. We'll have to see how we will tackle it all. But however, the events for 2020, which were already signed and confirmed in Russia, will not be rescheduled. It's actually very much in accord with the decision of WADA, which clearly puts it that the events which are impossible or practical or legally to relocate shall stay intact, and that's the matter. Of course, you cannot relocate Olympiad within half a year or candidates within 3 months. But we see a problem is bigger than that, because Russia used to be one of the biggest hosts in the chess world. We have every year 1 or 2 big events at least in Russia, and we would need to reshape our strategy, but we will stick to our let's say obligations towards WADA. It's very important as long as we are signatories of this codex, we are going to respect that. That's no question about it.
Yeah, and another nice thing which is happening today, it's the anniversary of Vishwanath Anand. He's turning 50 today. What can you say and what can you wish him?
Well, all I had to say I probably put down in my entry in my Facebook. It was a long entry and I'm not going to cite it here. But Vish is a great player, but more except for that, he's a great personality. He's so inspiring. I remember myself spending half a day together with Vish when something like 5 years ago when we met, and it gave me such an inspiration that immediately afterwards I went to win a couple of tournaments. No, I'm not joking, because if you meet someone who is older than you and who is still fighting at the very, very top, who is still not putting aside his ambitions, who is still lives by chess, and enjoys it so much, so it gives you inspiration as well. So I think, of course, he is a person responsible for the chess boom in India. We can see, he's the first grandmaster in India. Now we have, I think, 67, but I'm afraid to err because while we talk it can be 68 already. So he is a person who really makes this older generation still to show that they are still very much in business. We see other players who are fighting and who are doing well on occasions and very top tournaments like Boris Gelfand, Shirov, Topolov and so on. But Vish is always there. You remember when he lost to Magnus, many people thought that he should even quit chess. Okay, he was already 43 or something, like Kramnik, who quit actually, and he lost very badly the match with Carlsen in 2013. But what happened afterwards, he won the candidates tournament very convincingly and once again became a challenger. And his play this year was quite inspiring in St. Louis, the way he was prepared for the tournament. I do not remember in modern chess anybody dominating his or her opponents in the opening phase like Vishy did. It was amazing.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Emil. I hope we covered all these subjects. And looking forward to see the event, Jerusalem Grand Prix. Thank you, Emil, once again.